Oh, did that save? Okay. All right. I am jumping right in today. I got a couple of PRs lined up to test, specifically some stuff that needs hardware. So I've got some of the hardware stuff set up here, although I didn't tick like a full inventory. I may still have to run and grab stuff. We'll see. Whoa. But we'll see. So first one, what do we want to start with? I think we'll start with the radio stuff. So, okay, so this one doesn't need tested. This one just needs a couple of changes made. I think what we'll do is maybe still wait a little while and see if that original contributor is going to come back and do the changes. And if not, then after a little while, I'll just, if they allowed it for maintainers to push, then I'll just push to that branch to get it up to date and ready to go. This one I'll start with though, RFM9X. So this is radios, LoRa radios, long range. I don't know what that stands for actually, LoRa, but they are, they come in a couple of different frequencies, and I don't know, there's different versions or different channels or something like this. I'm not super familiar with all of them, but I got a little bit of experience testing specifically the ones that I have. So there are other folks in the community that do a ton of work around this stuff. I will say shout out to Jerry. Jerry in right here does a lot of work on these things. He is out right now, I think. Remember exactly, I think in the meeting last week he mentioned he was going to be out for a while, maybe hiking or backpacking or vacationing. I don't remember exactly what, but he's taking some much needed, much deserved, hopefully much enjoyed time off. But what I am working on is testing out the type annotations PR, which, did we end up with any changes? So first, well, and I believe, let me just catch up on the conversation here. So I think Tektrick looked this over and everything was looking good. Yeah, it looks good to me. I'd approve it. Okay. So, and I may have gone through this one. Did I go through this one last week? I don't remember for sure if we went through all the changes last week or not on this one. But it looks like there was lots of stuff that was brought up by Tektrick, and I think Jerry was in this conversation as well. A lot of that stuff has been knocked out, so we just want to test it, make sure everything is still working as intended, and then we can approve it and get it merged. I think probably when Jerry comes back, I assume he'll do more thorough testing on it because he has more different devices. Let me pull up the camera here. I have just one pair of devices that work with this library, and they're very blurry. Now let's do this light. Something about like that probably should get us there, right? Yep, looking pretty good. Well, let me, this one's actually easier to show right here. So this is a Featherwing, radio Featherwing, RFM 9 something, 98, 95, 96, I'm not actually sure. And the silkscreen doesn't exactly say the exact part number anywhere. There's a couple of these things that look pretty similar. But in this case, I just have this wire attached to it as an antenna. But this is a radio module that can send and receive signals to the same type of radio. So, you know, I have one here, I have one here, and they can send messages back and forth to each other. So that's kind of the high-level look at what that library is all about. And as part of PyCon, this person added the type annotations and maybe did a couple of other small adjustments in different places, possibly, or maybe those ended up getting reverted. And so like everything should still be working the same as it was before, because type annotations obviously shouldn't affect the actual way it behaves. So we just want to run it and make sure. It does look like, so far at least, everything does look like it's been type related. Got the ball back today. Seeing see how long I get to enjoy the ball. Buddy Cat is asleep right now, but if he wakes up and starts coming around, he'll want to mess with the ball instead of letting me bounce on it in peace. Okay, compatibility typos. 1, 2, 3. I think that's for typing stuff. There was something, maybe that's the release where Blink has started adding typing. Huh. I don't actually know why that got bumped. That might be one of the things mentioned. But yeah, I didn't see anything that was not typing. Everything I saw was typing related, so that is pretty good. Let me close this one, actually. This is a different thing. I'll open up this. Maybe I have this repo on this computer. I don't actually know. It's been a very long time since I did do much with these radios. They are neat though. I do like playing with them. One of these days I should do an experiment and see what kind of range it can get. I've always just used them right next to each other. Supposedly they can get a pretty decent range though. Let's see, RFM 9X, there it is. Yeah, we can take this window. Okay, so first of all, I have changes in here, which is odd. Let's look what it is. Okay, that one's just space. Maybe I ran pre-commit or something and it added stuff slightly differently. Oh, no, okay, we actually changed a bunch. Oh, you know what this was, I think? I don't think the person ever came back. Somebody submitted a PR to use the radio for random numbers. This. Yeah, this is totally what it was. This person submitted a PR to use the radio for random numbers. But it needed a bunch of fixes for Pylint. And they don't want to make the Pylint changes, which is totally fine. Somebody may come along in the future and want to do it and change. It looks like actually I started making some of them. What I ran into though was, this is kind of coming back into me a little bit, is it wasn't very random in my environment. And I don't know enough about randomness theory, whatever all the theory that goes into like actually generating random numbers. What I did was some basic tests though, like histogram type stuff, and I saw there were definitely some hot numbers that came up a lot more frequently than other numbers. I think that was the last thing I did with it. And they didn't want to come back and do the changes for Pylint, which again is totally fine, right? Like they offered the contribution. We of course wanted to pass Pylint and formatting and all of that stuff, right? To keep all the code, similar to each other. They don't want to do that, and that's totally fine. Like it is still their contribution. And now that it's a PR that's out there, somebody could pick it up later. I think what I'll do. What am I actually branched on here? See, am I just on? Looks like I'm on Omega main. Status, new file. Yeah, just on Fumigai main. Okay, let me make a branch from this. I'll save it in case I end up getting back around to it, or if that person ever comes back or anything. Random numbers. We can just commit this. Okay. So now we probably need to update this because I'm sure this is fairly old. Fetch. Let's look at our remotes. Get remote-v. That's a good command right there to check your remotes. Get remote-v. It will print all of them out for you. Also, let me keep an eye on the Discord as well. Paul SK in the Discord there was trying to work on making a PR. I'm trying to help out as best as I can, so I'll try to keep an eye over there to see if they get back to me. So here's our remotes. We do already have Foamy Guy, and it's already named Foamy Guy. We don't have an origin. We named it Adafruit, which is nice. It makes it easier to understand. So usually when I run this, if I see origin here, I'll take a minute to just rename it real fast, but we're already good. We can check, give PR list. We can look at a list. We want to go from Adafruit, and then we can check out GHPR checkout 73. Okay, so this is our type annotation, so we're going to load this on our device, and ooh, I stole the USB cable from here. Guess I just unplugged it to here. Interesting. Let me get this plugged in. I'm going to start with the RP2040 feather, the old pink feather here, and I don't think I ever ran this on this device before, so it'll be good to kind of set it all up sort of from scratch, so that we can be more confident that nothing has broken, hopefully. This is the other device I have, which is this Pygamer right here, which also has one of these plugged in. I've already used it on there, so like I already set up the libraries and everything a long time ago. I'll go through and try to make sure to update them, but like this one, I can't really accidentally carry anything over because it doesn't have anything yet, so it just won't work if we don't install everything, which is nice for testing, to like be confident that it's gonna break if you aren't actually testing what you're intending to. So we'll go here, lib, we can paste this one in. I don't know if it relies on other things. No, not much. Supervisor, typing, digital I/O, bus I/O. Yeah, not much. Alright, what is actually running? Sharp memory. Okay, right, that was the last thing we did on this. Code sharp memory display test. Was that? Okay, so we can overwrite this. I think let's probably just start with the absolute most basic one, simple test, if there is. Start here. I don't know the frequency on mine. There's actually a spot. Well, it's on the underside. I don't want to unplug it anymore, but there's actually a spot. Well, we could pull it up. You know where we could pull it up is on, in fact, it may be here. That totally is underside. There's a spot for you to write frequency, but I have not done it. I should. What I have done instead is I have a repo, this repo, mail serial CLI, this little kind of thing I made a little while ago when I was playing with these, and it has the setup, and I know this is for my device because this is the code that I ran on my device. So 915, what we have. I'm going to still put off writing it on there again because I don't want to unplug it, but hopefully I will remember to do that right after I unplug it, before I put it away. That way next time we don't have to really like chase it that far, because there's different frequencies, and you have to use different antennas, I think, different lengths, or different lengths of antennas work best with the different frequencies. I don't know if it just like won't work at all, but I don't think you'll maximize the range. And you have to know which one your thing is to be able to initialize the code properly. Everything else, well, I mean, I assume everything else in here is probably the same. You know what we can do, though, is we could actually look at this stuff here, too. Did I use D6? Oh, no, this is... Of course, this would have been run on a... Pygamer? D11, D10. Interesting. Does the feather have 10 and 11? Where are 10 and 11 at here? 10 and 11 are over here. So there's also these jumpers, which I think help determine which pins end up doing which stuff. Did I ever run it on a feather? Well, surely the feather and the Pygamer have the same wiring? There's a feather plug on the back. Oh, pinouts, really, this is what I want. Data pins. Flexible. Data pins fixed. SPI control pins. Okay, right, so CS, RST, and IRQ. So yeah, somehow, and again, it's been a while since I set them up, but you jumper these to A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D are then matched up with these pins here. I'll tell you what, I think I'm gonna try just taking these. Since I did run this on the Pygamer, and I think the pinout should be the same for the feather. I assume this is how I wired mine, but if it doesn't end up working, then we will investigate further and actually try to follow the traces and figure out what's what. No, we're not using the feather, so we should be good. LED on D13, yeah, we can do that. Well, is it D13 or board.led? Or both? It's probably both, I guess. Oh, we could update to the newest beta too. Yeah, there is D13. There is also LED. Okay, we'll leave that. Those should be fine. Thanks for power. Waiting for packets. Okay, yeah, let's see if we make it this far. Achieve nothing. Listening again. Seems promising. Okay, and of course nothing is broadcasting right now, so makes total sense that it would be receiving nothing. We initialized the library, we got it set up, and it at least thinks it's receiving stuff, so all of that part went all right, it seems. Seems like there's nothing in that PR that has bothered it. So let's make one that will send. So I want to do this. I think let's yeah, I'll just plug in the Pygamer as well, and we'll use that. Alright, and so I don't know how well this will go on the camera. I probably can't fit all of them in right quite like this. I can maybe scooch a little bit here. Backing up a little bit, maybe. Okay. And so again, this has the same thing as this, just connected on the back there. We will need, I think, a sender script, because this one seems to be just receiving. Well, let me check in on Discord here. Let's see if we got 900 megahertz. Oh, okay. 900 megahertz are for the US license free band. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that it was like regional at all. That makes a lot of sense, though. Yeah, I guess. Well, and yeah, you definitely want to be careful with that stuff, right? Because FCC will be none too happy if you're using some parts you're not really meant to be. That's good to know. Yeah, thank you. So what do we have? Does this actually send or? No. No, just receive. Oh, no, we send once. Hello world at the beginning. Okay, so let's run the same thing. Copy this. Well, first let me, okay, so I'm going to minimize this. So CircuitPy 1, boot out. This should be our PyGamer. I'm going to double check, though. Yeah, PyGamer. Could update that as well. Yeah, let's update both of them while we're here. Might as well be testing against the newest stuff, right? It shouldn't make a difference, but we might as well. So Feather, download, PyGamer. I wonder if this will ever come to be. Or if we'll just get a next generation with like ESP32S2 or S3 on it. That'd be cool. Download. This was a, I don't think, I mean, I'm sure some, maybe some got produced. I don't think any got sold, but it was a PyGamer with Airlift, the ESP32 connected over SPI on there. So it's like basically the same idea as a PyPortal, where it's got the SAMD51 and then the coprocessor. But of course, this is the PyGamer. So you could, the cool thing about this is you could make like multiplayer games, was what I was stoked about. Which actually, eventually, I think I'm partway through making a multiplayer game using these LoRa radios. Actually, I should get back to that one of these days. I made a version of, oh, what is the name of that game? QBasic Gorillas? Is that right? QBasic Gorillas? Yeah, totally this game. I made a CircuitPython version of this game. There's two gorillas there, and they throw bananas back and forth at each other, and you have to put it's like tank shooter. You have to put the angle and the power, and that's how it decides where it's going to throw. So let's grab. Okay, we don't really need this. Let's grab the library, dated library. Copy that, and I'm gonna delete what's there now. So CircuitPy 1 again. This is the PyGamer lib rfim9x. What is interesting that it's Pi? Well, I guess because I was testing that random. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna delete that. Actually, I don't really need the space. What I'm gonna actually do is rename it with random, just in case I ever end up wanting to look for it again. Obviously, I just recently had an unfortunate incident with, okay, and then, but also I did, copy paste it? Hold on. Yeah, okay, this is definitely the new one. Copy that. Paste it there. There we go. Let's go donut. That's pretty cool. Oh. He has disappeared from where he was sleeping. I feel like my ball time is coming to an end. I don't see him though. I don't know where he went. Maybe he went and found a more comfortable place to sleep. Hopefully. So let's grab simple test again as well. And what's in CodePy on this one? It's badge example with the game. Oh, I should PR that still. Yeah, I need to PR that still. This turned out to be super easy. We should have it in the PyBadger example. Even if it's optional, maybe we put like a Boolean or like a if none or something. And if they don't set it, then it's just not doesn't do anything, but if they do set it, then they can launch another thing. Oh, right. So let's go back, simple test. Okay. And okay, so the yeah, the first one is still listening. And connect to the second one. First tab is the feather, second tab is the PyGamer. We are gonna change these again. We end up with 10 and 11, I think. Oh. I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna save that on the PyGamer. Oh, we got it. Okay, hello world came through. Got our SSI. Let's look on this side if everything looks good. Oh, interesting. Nothing really happened on this side. Oh. Interesting. What's up with that? So this is printing on the screen, but not ACM1? Really, it would have been ACM1, right? You're not connected to the device we thought we were? So yeah, REPL doesn't do anything. Did I do that Control S thing, maybe? Oh, okay, there's a 2. Why I ended up with 2. Okay, so that's our second one. We, of course, can't see it anymore. We could break out, though, right? This? Back. Oh, I didn't update either. Okay, so there's our send. And then we're just listening, and on this side, we would have received again, hopefully. It does go kind of fast. Yeah, there it is. Should have it maybe print nothing if it doesn't anything for testing. It's good for the, as an example, if you're trying to do it, but here it'd be nice if we didn't get scrolled past. So paranoid. Got this bouncy sitting ball thing here, but the cat who was sleeping over there has popped like 2 of them already by poking them with his fingers. So simple test, everything seems fine. Let's try out. I know there's a couple others. Okay. Transmit. Message number. Looks like this one will just keep sending over and over. So that seems nice. Let's do that. I'll save this on the feather. So the PyGamer will sit there and keep listening. Feather now will send this incrementing number, message number. We'll look on the PyGamer. Oop, nope. Let's see, did we get any crashes or anything? Oh yeah, okay, CE1. Oh, probably pins. Let's see. Oh yeah, totally. Interesting, CE1. I don't know what that would be. So we ended up on 10 and 11. Yeah, 915 still. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Oh, but we are getting 0 every time. Does it only increment when it receives? It doesn't, only prints after it receives. Why would that not be going up? Oh. Okay, hold on, what's the interval? Oh, in seconds. Okay, it only counts up 1 every 10 seconds. So it's maybe on 3 by now? Nope, not quite. Should be soon though, probably, right? Or, well, it was 0, 1, 2. Oh. 9? How did it get to 9? Well, and also we could miss packets too, I guess. I mean, they are right next to each other, though. I don't think there should be... Well, I don't know. There's Wi-Fi, and I have no idea what interferes with it. Was I just not scrolled down? No, there it is. Okay. I just went from 2 to 9 there. So does it receive? Doesn't, I don't know, is it wait up to 5 seconds? Doesn't seem like it's waiting. I wonder, does that not block? Okay. Should be every 10 seconds. Maybe we do, trying to get in the habit of F strings more. And we'll be able to see it on the sending side. Okay, got 0, 1, 2, 3 this time. Does it keep printing when it's not actually receiving? No, it prints this one instead. Why is it so much faster than 10 seconds, though? Doesn't this logic... Okay, so while true, try to receive a packet. If we actually got a packet, print it. If current time minus basically the last time that we sent, because this is where it gets set, Our time minus the last time we sent is greater than the transmit interval, which is 10. This is time.monotonic, which is in seconds. Update that for next time. Send reading false. What does that do? Flag and timer. Send reading. I don't know what that's for. It might be left over. So I mean, it does seem like it should only send once every 10 seconds. But we actually receive it over and over. Unless if this keeps returning the same packet. I'm gonna switch back to the chair. So I'm gonna have to run to the restroom. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Back. Fill my water too. This does seem odd. So I would think this would send every 10 seconds, which on the sending side, it does, I think, look like that, right? Yeah, on the sending side, we are waiting 10 seconds before we print the next one. Receiving side, we do receive much faster. I guess maybe I just don't understand technical. Let me lower the mic a little bit too, because I'm quite a bit lower down here. Also, am I like below the frame now? Not really. We're pretty good. Maybe this keeps returning the same message. You know, the other thing we could do is we could test the current versions. Also, I never did update. Let me go ahead and update both of these Python versions. So I'll do feather. Well, does it have does this one have boot? Let's see, I can see it through the camera actually better than I could see it straight on because I got the microphone in the way. Boot select and reset. Yes, okay. So we can go push this one, push this one. I don't know if I got the select held down. Oh, doesn't look like it. There we go. And I think, okay, so we can just restart the gamer as well. They're still receiving pretty quick. Yeah, as soon as we received the first one. Okay, let's check it against the current library behavior. So what I'm going to do is copy the import. Oh, Circup is not going to want to... I was going to install it with Circup. It doesn't like when two are connected though, I don't think. Well, I guess only one of them is CircuitPy. Will it install it on that one for me? Well, and it's also already installed, I guess, too. Delete it from the feather. Install it potentially on the feather? Oh, okay. Yeah. Figure out what this is coming from. Maybe I need an updated circuit. Could be all I need. Okay. Does it still receive? Okay. The feather is the sending side. It's now back on the released version. Is there a command? Can you do like path? Is there a way to target a single device? I don't see a way to target one specifically. So what I'll do is unplug the feather. And then hopefully Circup will find Pygamer? No. I'm going to reset the Pygamer because that's probably going to make it go to CircuitPy NACM 0. Already installed. Okay. Pygamer is back to listening and is on the newest version, on the released version, excuse me. Yeah. So now these have actually switched. The Pygamer is on the first tab and the feather then is on this tab. Or it went back to 1? Yeah. Okay. Current released one does do this as well. We have current one on both sides as well. So that's either intended behavior, or if not, it's already still doing it with the current one anyway, so it's not something caused by the PR. Keep listening. I can try to follow the logic in here, so let's pack it to none. ends up setting it back to none here. And here. If we want to send an acknowledgement statement back, take off the header. We'll listen again if keep listening. Are there any? This is the next most recent change. Okay, well, I think I will just grant that I don't necessarily understand how receive works, and maybe it's supposed to do that. Draw header. Okay, let's put this one on the PyGamer, which is now CircuitPy? Yeah. Mic just a little bit. Try to stop bonking it. Right. Okay. Don't see anything. We get to see the header this time, but there's nothing particularly telling in there, and this one also seems to think it's receiving over and over. We got same behavior there. We should go back to the modified version. What I'm going to do so that it's easy to switch back again. Same thing. As soon as it received the first one, then it just starts receiving over and over again. Those seem to be the same. So the other examples are these ones, node 1, node 2. These ones are made, like so far everything we've run can be the same on both sides. You can run the same script. This one, though, it has a specific, one of them needs to run on one side and the other one needs to run on the other side. When I say side, I just mean the different devices. Right, so this one is node 1, and then destination is going to be node 2. So currently, I think everything we've done is like broadcast. Any radio that's the right frequency could actually listen and get that. They could all listen and they would all receive these messages. These new ones, though, specifically node 1 is going to send to node 2. And so other radios, unless they declared themselves as node 2, they would not receive those messages. In the API, I will say, too. I have no idea, like, I think the radio can see it. It's just, like, deciding not to show it to you, the user. So this is not, like, secret, channel communication by any means, although I think there is a way you can encrypt it. But just in the API, like if you set yourself up as node 3 instead of node 2, then the API will just not return to you the ones that are aimed for node 2. So we'll put node 1, and again, this is on the PyGamer. I'm gonna double check again. Yeah. Node 1 goes on the PyGamer, and then we'll put node 2 on the Feather. And we'll change these. Message number from. This one I don't think is running anymore. Waiting for packets. This is the PyGamer. This one is node 2, but its destination is node 1. Do not send back. Oh. That stuff. Huh. Did it send random or something? Okay. Take a look at what it's actually. Oh, okay. It does, this one is node 2, which is the feather. It checks to receive every time. But then only every 10 times it will send back. This one, receive every time and send X number of seconds. Whereas this one is a number of iterations rather than seconds. Does look like not receiving it right though. Just gonna restart both of these and see if we get anything different. There we go. Okay. I don't know. Just had something weird going on with it, I guess. So in the headers, it's like one of these is the node that it was sent to, and one of them is the node that it was sent from. I know exactly which is which. We're on CircuitPy 1, which is the feather, which is the R node 2. So this one must be the sending to node. This is the sending from node. And I don't know what the other headers are for. Okay. And then there is, I guess while we're here, we could modify this one. I want to say there is an encryption key one, right? Or maybe does it do that in here? No? There was one that used a. We'll do the ones with axe also in a minute, but let's. In the docs, I could have swore there was a way to set a key. Maybe I'm thinking the other radios. Coding rate. No, I guess not. Maybe it was the other, maybe it was RFM 69. I get these confused whenever I do work on them. These are like very similar type of idea, just different specs in the radio. Radio is not quite the exact same. Yeah. It's encryption key. Yeah. Okay, this one does have an encryption key. Interesting. So that's one difference, I guess. This one does not. The 9X does not. We just missed it. No. Yeah. I mean, you could, of course, still, though, just encrypt your stuff before you send it, and then obviously decrypt it after you receive it. Did get anything back on the Git stuff? Let's see. Okay, so that's, yeah, we can't really test that out because it doesn't work with these ones. So we can do the ACKs though. Let's get node 1 ACK. Node 1 is our PyGamer, which is here. To ACK. So this one has an acknowledgement. After it receives a message, it like sends another message back that says, hey, I just received this message from you. That way the sending side can actually like retry it over and over if it doesn't think that it got it. Right. No ACK. I wonder if they're both trying to send though, because if they don't, they got stuck both like sending and retrying. Maybe none of them are listening. One didn't try as much. Okay. Actually got there correct. Just needed to restart again. Back to no ACK now. Oh, but it looks like it would have succeeded. I think it got no acknowledgement maybe twice and then succeeded on the third try. Yeah, and so these numbers represent like how many times it tried or what the current counter is maybe. Current counter, okay, node and then the current counter. Those will just increment. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be working fine as well. On the version with typing, definitely. Same on this side. Yeah, it seems like it's working all right to me. I didn't really... The way that it receives, like, every frame seems odd to me, but we checked it on the current version, and it does the same thing there, so... You know, if that is not the intended behavior, I don't think it's wasn't anything caused by this PR, so... I'll take a quick scroll through the actual changes. just because I don't remember if I did look. I think maybe Tektrick looked through this one. I didn't take nearly as close of a look. Nothing else that's interesting to learn about the libraries. I've found that, like, looking over these typing PRs, I've learned a lot about a bunch of different libraries that I would not have otherwise really known too much about. It's kind of interesting. Because you know, you're focused so much on the like function signatures and stuff, you kind of learn like what its features are and stuff even without using it. Yeah. It's looking good. Okay. This probably just got changed by black is my guess. It's the same code, just split across a couple of lines. Interesting. Coding rate 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. Coding rate. Spreading factor. Through 12. I guess the last test we could do is I could test my actual radio CLI mail thing. That's like a more fully featured project than the examples by a little bit. It's still pretty pretty demonstration like. It's not really for a specific thing. It just allows you to send messages back and forth. Listening with header. Timeout optional, yep, because it's none. Byte array, okay. Actually, using the using my radio CLI thing, I can try to get a sense for whether this is actually behaving the same as it used to back when I did this before. Is if we get that receiving over and over again in this program, like I'm pretty sure that didn't happen in the past. So if we do get that now, then we know maybe something has changed. Whereas I don't have specific memory of running the examples. It's possible the examples just always behaved this way. Maybe it's more to do with the way the actual example is coded than the library potentially. Back. Random test. know. Maybe it's not on here anymore. We can copy it from... What was that? Oh no, here it is. On the PyGamer, one works similarly where you need to put your nodes. So the PyGamer is going to be node 2, and the feather is going to be node 1. So then on the feather, we will have the reverse. Destination will be 2. Oh, I got it to where you can change the address, maybe. That's nice. Alright, so they both printed the same thing. I don't really remember the commands, truthfully, so it looks like we maybe helpfully put a help command in. Let's look at that. Okay. And it's not just spamming anything right now. Of course, I guess there's nothing sending. Read list. So right now there's nothing. But what we could do is we'll go... How does it work? Send and then address. And then we can also confirm. So this one says it's node 1. This one says it's node 2. So let's go on the one that says it's node 2. We're going to go send 1. New message. Hello from node 2. How's it going today? 2 is sending 1 this message. 1 is over here. Ah. So interestingly, we did get new message arrived here only once. But then here, on the one we sent from, it's actually just continuing to spam. So I wonder if it's like receiving its own ACK or something. Not getting cleared out. I do think this is not how it used to behave, though. Oh, we ran out of memory. Okay, well, let's see what we got on this side, though. We can go list. Okay, so we have 1 message. It came from node 2. The ID of it is 1. I don't know what the ID would be. Is that who it got sent to? Not sure, actually. Let's look at what does list actually print. Messages, message ID. I guess that must be the 2 field. My guess. Anyway, though, we can read it. So if we go, its index is 0, so we can go read 0. There we go. It's our message. So theoretically, we could have sent one back, but this one This one seems to have spiraled out on us. So honestly, I almost want to go back and try older versions. See if we can't figure out where... Because I'm pretty sure this did not used to do that. I'm pretty sure it would just print once, message received. I don't know that we necessarily need to hold up this PR for it, but... it would be good to know, I think. Let's try this one. Oh, that's fast. Here we go, extract. Just gonna delete again the ones with typing. Whoops. Still not quite used to the 2-device workflow. Really a lot more used to just having one. Because I try to like switch to a different window to go to the other device, but that's not how it works. And I guess I could open another window with it, but... so they should be both back to the beginning, and they are. This is node 1, so we can go send to. Test message from node 1 going to node 2. Received ACK. Message arrived. Yeah, I think maybe this release might have changed the behavior. Data documentation link Python version. Okay, let's test out this version too. 222 seems normal. Whoops. Put it up Ubuntu. Got the work in there. Ah, dang. Okay. We might take a brief detour into Gitland a little bit to help out Paul SK here from the Discord. So we'll see. Paul's working on examples for tab layout and working on trying to make the PR, which actually the PR for tab layout itself is in, and I did get review also actually late hug report from Melissa for reviewing the tab layout. I do have something to change though, which is make it more apparent the required version, because it does require brand new CircuitPython. I think what we'll do maybe is we could catch the error and print a message that says like CircuitPython beta 2 or 3 or whatever we're on is required. Okay. Like Paul's giving it a try on Ubuntu, so we'll see how that goes, but I may switch over and kind of like try to figure out all the commands that they need to make a PR. I'm used to doing it a lot from PyCharm, but obviously like I can't tell everybody. Well, I mean, I could tell them, but it's not relevant if they're not using PyCharm, like how to do it that way. But I can kind of stop and get the commands. We can step through it, and then that way there'll be like something to watch and see all the exact steps to do. Did I delete it already? Oh, no, there it is. Wrong spot. Okay, there we go. Delete that. Paste this one. So now this one is it 623? No, 223, excuse me. 223 and 222. So on 222, we did not get the multiple receives. On now 223, this is node 1. This is node 2. We're going to go send to node 2. Hello there, node 2. I am node 1. Send. Message arrived. Now receive ACK. Interesting, we didn't get the ACK back, but we did get the message actually. From C1. I wonder if this got corrupted. What does it say here? Read 0? Ah, yeah, it looks like we did. It got corrupted a bit, which is also probably why we didn't get the ACK also. So actually, I think there is a command for that, right? Resend. Yeah, resend undelivered. Undelivered. So we can go undelivered. Okay, there's our message that didn't get delivered. So then we can go resend 0. And we'll try it again. Still didn't receive the ACK though. Didn't see anything on that side this time. We'll restart both of them in a minute if it's doesn't ever catch up. I mean, one of the things is it does sometimes, like you saw it earlier, it was just wonky for a minute, and then I restarted both of them, and then it was fine after that. It may go back to being fine without restarting them, but I happen to know that that will sometimes get it back to going, so. Let's send the other way. Hello, node 1. This message is from node 2. Yeah. Right away we got that. Should it be port specific? This is node 2. Our message did come through. We got the ACK. Everything went fine, except for the way that it started repeating. And it did start repeating. We are on 223. So let's send one back the other way and see if this one also does the repeating thing. So we are node 1. We're going to send to node 2. Hey there, node 2. Will this repeat a bunch? Over. Feels appropriate, right? Oh, we did just get the ACK back, and then new message arrived. Read 0. So let's say send 2 again. It did not. repeat a bunch over. Got no act this time. Let's try a new one. Send to address, yeah. The first time we sent, it seemed to work. And after that, we seem to actually have gotten into this no act state. Where it, I don't know for sure, but it seems like it's not actually going to complete any of them anymore. Obviously, I've only done like 2 or 3, so yeah. But if we restart again, first one will work fine. This is the first message over. Yeah, we got the act, no problem. Came in, new message arrived, list, there it is, read 0. No problem. Second message won't work. Yeah. So actually, the one more thing that I am going to test is on 222, does just everything work totally fine? Or do we also get that no act state? If 222 everything works fine, then we know probably that, I mean, most likely there's like one underlying reason for all of the symptoms we're seeing, like the no acts after the first one, and then the spamming of the message receiving as well. Like those might be both symptoms of the same root cause, would be my guess. If 222 just works totally fine, normal, multiple messages back and forth, no problems either way, then that's what I'm thinking, is that 223 has the root cause for all of it in there. So we'll go send to 2. Hello, node 2. First message over. Okay, Paul didn't mention anything more. Received that. So we did get the ACK here. New message list. There it is. Read 0. So let's send a second one. Send 2 again. Another message again over. I don't know. It looks like we are in the no ACK state. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, so let's restart them, and then do we get the exact same problem going the other way? Or no? Okay. We're gonna start fresh though, because I thought that was 222, and I thought I tried it before and it didn't do that. Possibly I loaded the wrong thing, or possibly I didn't see before what I thought I saw. We're gonna delete them both. Both are gonna fail because they don't have the library. We are gonna go here, which is 222. Copy it. Paste it to here, which is Pi1, Pygamer. The other thing I'll do is if we do get the same results this time, then maybe we try something other than RP2040. Because in the past, I would have definitely ran this probably with SAMD51s on both sides. I don't know that I've ever done anything RP2040. This one is the Pygamer. Maybe the RP2040 has some weird issue with its actual port that causes that ACK message to get repeated or something. Because on the Pygamer, we see that new message arrived over and over, and it's after we send, which makes me think that it's actually an acknowledgement, not like a brand new message coming in. And so let's put the library onto Feather. Okay. We're both running. I'm actually gonna stop. So this one is the Pygamer. We're gonna go, I think, from the Feather to the Pygamer. From RP2040 to SAMD51. We see new message or oh yeah, okay, so we did see new message arrive and we got the ACK. List, read 0. Looks good. Now can we send another one? We did not get the spam thing. Try changing the baud rate. We can. I can try to figure out how to do that. We get an ACK on this one? No. So actually, either way, no matter which way we go, we do. Well, when we go from the Pygamer to the RP2040, the Pygamer starts receiving a bunch of spams back as soon as it sends. When we go from the other way, basically, from the RP2040 to the SAMD51, the first message seems to work totally fine on both sides. The message arrives, the ACK comes back, everything is good, but then on the second message and further, we basically can't succeed. Stop getting ACKs. So let's look at the other thing we could also still do is maybe go back one more, 221. I guess baud rate's here probably. I don't know, how do you change it? Do you do it after you create it? Configure? Ooh, I don't know what to set all of those to, though. Or how to get them back off so I could set them to the same. Frequency? Could I set just frequency by itself, or is that different than baud rate? I wonder if we should just use board.spi. Does that make any difference? Cool. Yeah, while you check into that, I'm going to try this. This is on the PyGamer using board spy instead. So now we'll go from PyGamer to Feather. Okay, yeah, we still get the spams this way. First message comes in. It totally feels to me like the acts are just running away with it for some reason. It's like right after you send that starts happening. That didn't make much of a difference. Maybe we do it on this side too, though. There is a difference in like default baud rates and stuff. Maybe we need it on the RP2040. Oh, that's definitely not gonna work. There we go. We want it on the RP2040 side too. Okay, so that's our gamer again. Send one. Yeah, that one took it an extra second, but it did still end up doing the same. So that didn't seem to make a difference. Okay. Let me see here. Switch back while you're looking at that still. I think what I'll do is let's try one more version back. Or possibly two more. Yeah, I think we should go back at least to 222. That's 220 rather. That's the last major, well, middle number bump. And this also looks like the last one where the changes specifically were made by Jerry. Who I happen to know, like, again, does a lot of work on this, so possibly maybe like Pylent complained about something and the code got changed, but the way it was before maybe was how it worked. Like, that's maybe a possibility. So let's get 221 and 220. Try those as well. And then the other thing I'll do also is go get something other than an RP2040, and we can try on something different too, just to rule that out as a variable. By baud rate is in the RFM initializer. Okay. Can do that on the let me unzip these real fast. Unzip both of these at once. And nice. Moderate, okay. It should be here. All right, what's the default? Let's see. 5 million. What's a EW pins? What's one? Do I need to pick like a? Are there specific valid ones, or just try anything lower? Maybe we go to 1 million. It's 5 times as slow. Only 20% as fast. Try that. Probably should do it on both sides. Okay, seems good so far. I think actually let's go again from the Pygamer. Since going from the Feather to the Pygamer the first time seems to work okay, I think going from the RP20 first makes sense. That way we know right away if it fails. Let's see. 1 mil odd. Oh, this time we got no act the first time. Actually, I want to do... Oh, still nothing. Did work. And then that was from the Feather to the Pygamer, and so as it worked before, the first one succeeded and the second one didn't. Second message succeed. No. One megahertz. Let me copy this over. Okay, and that is 1 million. Yeah. Yep, still no ACK. Nothing. Okay, so let's try 221. And then 220. And if both of those still do the same, then we'll grab a non-RP2040. See what that does, and if still getting the same, we can make an issue with all the information we found. Of course, it's difficult to make an issue out of this particular code because it's so convoluted. I guess what we probably should do is just go back to the simple test and file the issue that says it's doing that repeating thing. Yeah. So 220, 220 rather. It's definitely 221. Nope. Still did it here too. 220. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a different device. I think I'll just maybe we can get another SAMD51. Okay. I grabbed an edge badge, which is SAMD51, and then I also grabbed this Feather NRF. Could actually try even another port, and I do actually also have a Feather ESP TFT, which is the ESP32S2. We could actually try 3 different ports if we wanted. Go. So we got this in the edge badge. I will need another USB cable. These are actually both micro. U2O. Oh, let me catch up on the act delay. I'm on 0.1. We could try increasing it though. Okay, Pi badge is running. The gamer is now running. Let's go from the gamer. Oh, same thing. Slow it way down. Okay, so this time we actually got the message on this side, but no ACK, but it could be corrupted. Yeah, still it came through corrupted. It is a different behavior, maybe, but there's also like random variants. Like sometimes it just comes through corrupted. That's why this whole undelivered, that's why this whole thing exists. Try to resend. Still no ACK. This time we didn't receive anything different either. That might be too slow. We actually did receive it. And it's not corrupted. It looks fine this time. But it does say we didn't get the ACK. No ACK. So that's SAMD51 to SAMD51, and we get the same results. Okay, I think let's back it off to simple test. Yeah, let's back it up to the simple test. Let's get on the PR version. I think let's go to the PR version and go back to the simple test. And the simple test is maybe not as easy to tell as this message one that things have gone wrong. It's also possible there could be a bug in this message program too, like made it long ago and I haven't used it very much. Going back to the PR version. I think the most important thing for the PR is just, does the version from the PR match the behavior of the currently released version? And if that's true, then I believe we can review and merge the PR. And then we can create an issue talking about if there is undesired behavior. Because I do think my message thing didn't used to behave that way, but that could be a problem inside my message thing just as easily as it could be a problem in the library, perhaps even easier, probably. I don't want to like base a whole issue on the message thing not working. It's possible the message thing just doesn't work right. Simple test and stuff, though, we should be working right, and it is a little more difficult to tell if it is actually behaving as intended or not. It doesn't, well, when we ran it before, at least it didn't seem like it to me. There could also be parts that I don't necessarily understand about how this is intended to behave. So we'll save that. So we are, both of them are on PR version. Both of them are on simple test. We got the initial message. Nice, okay. And it will be kind of difficult. There won't be a super easy way to get them both to receive, because they both try to send like as soon as they start. We could always restart this one. That's the Pi badge. Rerun it, and then we do see the repeatings. Okay, and then to verify what I said before, which is that we get the same behavior on the currently released version. Down in the weeds a little bit on this one, but I think it's worth it to try to get a thorough job of like what is actually happening. And I kind of think we have two separate things going on here. I kind of think the PR is probably fine, And I think either a newer version or something somewhere has caused it to not behave the same as it used to, I think. So right now we should be both failing because no library. Yeah. This is 223. 2-3. We did receive hello a couple of times here, as that restarted a few times. Interestingly, we do receive hello world and then no more spam. But if I restart this one, then on this side, we receive it and we just keep receiving it over and over. This one's still receiving nothing, but if I restart this one, so that is interesting. So sending from the PyGamer, we do only receive once on the PyBadger. PyBadge, Edge Badge, really. From the Edge Badge, we receive multiple. This is very old. So that would be weird if it is consistently different. What? Oh. Please, can we? No. Really? Okay, well, we're now doing something else. So yeah, this is gonna be a minute. I need to not show what I'm doing and obviously something about that. All right. We have revoked the old token. We have made a new token. Have closed the file so that we don't do that again. Okay. Now we're back to what we were doing, which was downloading the Edge badge, which I clicked. Really, the reason that happened is because I clicked on that UF2. Yeah, from the gamer to the Edge badge. Seems like... Oh, we didn't receive that one, I don't think. Maybe we stopped receiving them. Seems like we don't receive multiples. We just get the one. And then if we make another one come, we can possibly get it, although that time we didn't. Thought we got a few in a row there, but haven't been able to since. But as soon as we go from the Edge badge to the Pi Gamer, then we just start getting spammed. What a weird thing. Swap radio wings. Yeah, good idea. Let's do it. Camera. I closed the camera? I closed it. So when I go from the badge to the gamer starts getting spammed. So from the badge to the gamer. Just to make sure I don't confuse myself switching things around. Go unplug while we swap them. So the other thing is I could still... Maybe I wired them differently? Maybe I still have the pins wrong, or maybe the pins need to be different on one than the other? But it works enough to be broken like this? That seems kind of like a far shot, but... Okay, so this is the one from the Edge badge. This is the one from the gamer, so I'm going to take this one from the edge badge. Oh. This one doesn't fit because of the case. Are those jumpers the same? Yeah. Okay. They should be both wired same. Right now, I do have no. We want to start the gamer listening. Start the gamer listening. And then start the badge. And we do still get spammed. We start the badge listening. We just get one. So it doesn't follow the wing. We still get spammed on the gamer when we send from the badge to the gamer. Gamer listening. Pi badge sending. Spam. We seem to still be the same as we were before, where if the Pi badge is listening, the gamer sends, we don't get spammed. In that case, we actually didn't receive it. This time we received it though, and we didn't get spammed. Same thing again, we received it and didn't get spammed. So, bus device? Delete this. Bus device. They're built-in ones, bus device. Okay. Anything? And this is 730 beta 2. This is 730 beta 2. So we have, so reset is red. Reset is wired to A. And A is 11. Do we have reset on 11? Yes. CS must be blue. And it's wired to B, which would be B here, which is 10. That would be CS. Those seem wired right. What is C for? IRQ. What is IRQ? Interrupts? Nothing with IRQ on this page. Interrupt pin, okay. So let's take the PyGamer out of the mix, right? I think that's the other thing to do. It is weird that it... Actually, I think pretty surprised that it didn't follow the wing. Now I'm quite perplexed. Maybe we should go back to the actual release version of CircuitPython. Or start trying even older ones, potentially. So now we have RP2040 and Edge Badge. So we got two singles, fine, going from the RP2040 to the edge badge. Two singles, fine, no problem. Third one, fine. So now other way. And this is on 7.3.0 beta 2 as well, so that is so bizarre that the Pygamer would be the culprit here. Because the Pygamer and the Edge badge, honestly, are very, very, very close to the same device. I'm very surprised if there is actually something where the Pygamer actually does not treat it correctly, but the Edge badge does, or vice versa. I don't know which is really correct or not correct, but the fact that they would be different is very surprising to me. Consistently different, which it seems like they are. Okay, so I badge here, mail program, other mail program. Receive DAC. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, they're very, very close to the same device. The displays are the same, the main chip is the same. There is, so on the Pygamer there's an SD card, which there's not on the Pi badge. On the Pygamer there's a headphone jack. I think everything else is basically the same. The battery? Could the battery be causing interference? Yeah, processor speed, yes, so they're both SAMD51. Could the battery be causing interference? Or the speaker? I have a speaker plugged in. Or the SD card, but I do have an SD card plugged in. But I don't have any code that's doing anything with it. Okay, battery out, speaker out, SD card out. Okay, well I do feel better about merging the typing PR. Knowing, oh, this is so totally not what I want to plug in. I almost just plugged in the feather to the back of the PyGamer. I do believe that there is only one SPI bus, and that the SD card would then be sharing it with the radio. I do believe that's true. TFT SPI is separate. Is it? I thought it was on the same bus too. Okay. From the badge to the gamer gets spammed. From the badge to the gamer. While it thickens. Yeah. So right now there's no battery, and there's no speaker, and there's no SD card. So we're gonna try one at a time until we find the one that does it. So my gut instinct is that the SD card or the battery have a higher chance of being the problem. I'm going to put the SD card back, and again, I don't have any code that's actually like initializing the SD card or doing anything with it. I don't know if there's anything in CircuitPython that starts reading it before you actually initialize it, like from user code. So now we have the SD card is back in. So now I'm so used to having the battery on it that I actually just switched the power to off instead of on. Did I close the camera again? Oh no, there it is. Of course, there's not much to see anymore now. Everything's all strewn around. But you can tell we're trying things here. We're trying things. Okay, so okay. From the badge to the gamer, this time we have the SD card. From the badge to the gamer with SD card plugged in. We got an arrival here. We haven't got an ACK yet. Didn't get the ACK. We got corrupted though. Yeah. Badge to gamer with SD card. Okay. We're gonna verify. The SD card does share SPI. TFT and memory have their own SPI buses. Okay. So the SD card is on the same bus as the radio, but it is a different bus than what the display is on. If I understand what you're saying correctly, that's what I'm interpreting. And so far it looked like we were having problems with just the SD card plugged in. So we're gonna go again from the badge to the gamer, send to, again from badge to gamer with SD card plugged in. Still no ACK. It seems like we're getting a little bit different results this time. We're not getting spammed. We're not receiving the ACKs. Wasn't corrupted this time. We only received the first one, and we do never get the ACK. We didn't get the second one. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time, just reset them both. I want to try from the gamer to the badge, but I also want to just keep it the same. So let's just go from the badge to the gamer again. Once more to be sure. From badge to gamer. Yeah. Same thing. All 3 times we did get the same thing, which is it. Message arrived, although actually the first time it was corrupted. The next 2 times it wasn't. But in all 3 cases, we did not actually get the ACK back. So, unplug the PyGamer. Exactly. Okay. Got him right there. Okay, so unplug the PyGamer, take out the SD card. I'm going to do it again with nothing. So we're just going to go back to the PyGamer by itself. Hope that everything does the exact same thing it did last time, which is everything working correctly in this configuration. Yeah. Looking good. Yep. Oh yeah. Perfect. Okay, so it's looking like the SD card. I'm gonna plug the battery back in because that was, I thought, the second most likely, and if possible, I'd like to confirm that the battery doesn't cause any problems. Oh, you know what's funny? This is now running on the battery. It's running the program, so we could actually send this. Let's do this. Oh, this is the wrong one. Yeah, so we got the new message over there. We can't read it, but we did get the ACK. Send another one. Got the ACK back on that one too. We might be able to read it after we plug this in. That's interesting. Is it gonna reset? No. And because TO, as soon as I started typing, it did reset. Well, it went to REPL. For the SD card being plugged in. I'll ever say anything more in the Git? With Git? No more again yet. Ooh, okay, so that took us a minute to get to, but I'm glad we went through all of that, as tedious as it was, because we now have like actionable, well, two things. Like, I'm a lot more confident in the typing PR being fine, because it's not doing anything weird on my devices. But also we have actionable information to make an issue. This doesn't seem like anything related to SD cards. Okay. It's 900. Okay. I do think they changed at some point, because these pictures I think are probably newer. I guess maybe they're older, I don't know. But they have a full shield on this thing, whereas mine... Lost the camera again. Can I close it? Nope, there it is. Okay, let me move this over. Whereas mine, they don't have the shield. The bare chip. That other picture that's further down the line there, this one looks more like mine. My guess is eventually they just started coming with a shield on them. Number again? 7, what's our... But since it turned out to be not really related to this PR at all, the SD card thing, I think we just approve this. We don't mention it here, and then I'll come back and make an issue with what I found. It strikes me that, I mean, it's probably, should that be a core issue? I don't know, actually. Okay, we'll start there. Because, yeah, I guess it's a question of if it's a core issue versus a library issue. I kind of tend to probably lean towards it being a core issue, I suppose, because it behaved the same on a bunch of different versions of the library, and the user code is not doing anything with the SD card, so it almost has to be like something happening inside the core. Maybe the core starts to check and like initialize the SD card in some way, even when there's not user code doing anything with it. Back here, maybe radio module maybe doesn't play well with other SPI devices. Yeah, it could be, I guess, more generally that, right? Because I don't have anything SPI connected. So I guess maybe another test we could try is I could use a featherwing with a display on it in addition to the radio featherwing, and then the display would be connected SPI, I think. And the SD card would also, well, we wouldn't have an SD card, rather, it would be a screen at that point. They'd both be on the same bus. Okay. What's the change? I think all the changes that were requested got made. Also, it was built on the feather. Be good there. All right. Yeah, that's definitely true. They're quite old. In fact, there's feathers with them built in, and those are M0. I think even M0 without the Express. So they're like some of the smallest, oldest CircuitPython devices that exist are those feather M0s with the radio built in. Oh. So we'll go 224. Oh, pre-MicroPython, Arduino only. Wow. Dang. Vaguely recall something about init order being important. Must init SD card first, maybe. So maybe that's something else to try as well, is if we do actually explicitly initialize the SD card and see, like, initialize the SD card first before the radio and set it in whatever operates in spy mode, then maybe it will play nicely. So I know that I did use this on the Pygamer before, but I have no idea whether I would have had the SD card plugged in at the time or not. So unfortunately, I can't really say like it used to do this way or it used to do the other way. I actually just don't know. I'll start with just making an issue here, I think. I don't know how to spell interference. I'm almost positive that is not it, though. I gotta find the SD card initializing code. I don't really know where it's at. That is weird that it would... I feel like if I don't initialize it, it should do nothing. Shouldn't really be a case where if I do initialize it, it causes it to do nothing better. Maybe that could be the case, though. If you init it with SD card, it should do it. Instead of built-in, I guess, core, I think SDIO. Okay. Well, that did take a little longer than I had anticipated, but we got it in, got our review done, we got that one merged, which is really the best part. We got our new issue created so that we can look into this further in the future. I think I'm actually going to probably head out for now. I had a couple other things to test, like the, what's this called? EMC 2101, which is a fan controller. Can run fans like this one. There's a PR open for that Tektric has been doing some reviews on, but wanted another set of eyes, so I was going to take a look at that one and try it out. I think I'm going to stop for a bit, though, and get up and move around and stretch out and probably eat something else, do some stuff like that. Yeah. And then maybe I'll come back later on tonight or tomorrow. I can test out the other one. I had a couple more on the list as well, but so yeah. Thank you, anybody who's watching. C. Grover, thank you for the ideas in the chat. Got us going in the right direction. Honestly, I do really appreciate the help troubleshooting because we did eventually narrow it down and figure out the difference and what the error was in Antique. Yeah, Laura, this is, oh yeah, the 32 UFs. I have a couple of those as well, the 32 UFs, because I tried to order these feather wings from DigiKey, and I think at the DigiKey factory they accidentally had some of those feather 32 UFs filed in the wrong compartment or whatever. Because like when I first ordered them, they sent me those 32 U4 feathers the first time, and I wrote back to him. I was like, hey, this is a different thing than what I ordered. I wanted this feather wing one, but it does look like almost the exact same. You have to be like paying very close attention to detail in order to actually tell the difference. And then they were like, yeah, we'll package up another one and send them to you. And they sent me those, and then it was actually those Arduinos again. And I was like, hey, I'm so sorry to be writing back to you again, but like these are also still the wrong thing. These are these Arduinos. The ones I wanted are these feather wings. Here's the very specific differences. Like you could try to tell them apart based on what chips they have and stuff like that. And they were great about it. They ended up sending me the feather wings afterwards anyway, like expedited, and got everything taken care of. So I have a couple of those, but I don't have anything to do with them because they are don't run CircuitPython. So if you know somebody who wants some of those, or if you know something to do that's fun that doesn't require too much troubleshooting in Arduino land, maybe one day we'll make a project with those things. I'll have to dig them out too, though. I kind of just filed them away and forgot about them. They're around here somewhere. Our FIM 6.9 version is in your first corrosion detector. Oh, that sounds pretty sweet. Corrosion detector. Is that documented online anywhere? Be curious to learn more about that. DigiKey is great. Yeah. It was a super painless process for sure. Like they were very, very gracious, very quick, very understanding. Just got the new one shipped out right away. And then I assume hopefully they went back and actually sorted the 2 boxes or whatever, because I'm sure they had some filed away wrong. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna head out, get some food. I may come back and do the fan stuff later on tonight, or I may do it tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling after I get up and move around a bit. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be back. So actually, I'm not sure. I gotta probably catch up with Scott. Scott's first day back was today. So I don't know if he's planning on taking deep dive over right away or not. So I may be streaming on Friday for the deep dive, but it may be Scott's day back as well. It might be him streaming on the deep dive. So I'm not sure. I'll have to find that out this week. But if it ends up being me, then Friday will be the next time I stream for sure. And then Saturday, of course, 10 a.m. Central Time. I stream every week, so you can catch me then. And you can always follow me on Twitch if you want to get notifications or anything like that. Yeah, how's it going, Fantastic Dan? Yep, I'm just headed out right now. We got some good troubleshooting in and figured out ultimately that these RFM 6.9 RFM 9X radios. If you have a SD card plugged in, then it interferes somehow, makes them do some weird stuff. It's kind of the gist of what we figured out today, which sounds like it wouldn't have taken as long as it did, but we tried a bunch of different permutations of different devices and stuff, and that's how we ended up narrowing it down. Oh, nice. Nice, yeah. I did a fair amount of like testing out the examples. Really what we started on was a PR review. So I did the PR review first, ran a bunch of the test examples, and then started exploring like some weirdness that I was seeing, and then eventually did narrow it down to that SD card. Got them in production. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I never did anything production-wise with radio stuff. I got some microcontrollers, some sensors and things, but no radio for me. We even did one that was Bluetooth, but we didn't make very many of them. But yeah, anyway, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, good to see you as well. I'll be headed out, and I hope you all have a nice night, nice week, everything like that, and I will catch you next time. Used to use them to remotely control. Oh, that's pretty cool. Control the camera tally lights. I've been thinking about trying to figure out a way to set up RGB lights that can be controlled through the Twitch chat. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, thank you. You as well. Enjoy your evening.